we could change the public safety meeting back to Thursday to any day that will work for.
The 25th has been postponed.
Yes. Can we do it the Thursday of the following week?
So maybe we can get together afterwards and have a conversation about that. Any other changes or additions to tonight's agenda? Seeing none, is there a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is the proclamation.
I'd like to make a motion to use Dave and Joan.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. I don't know why we went right over that. All right. Okay, so the next item on the agenda is the proclamation, the National Constitution Week, September 17th to the 23rd, 2014. Hopefully I can read this better than last time. So, whereas September 17th, 2014 marks the 227th anniversary of the drafting of the Constitution of the United States of America by the Constitutional Convention, and whereas it is fitting and proper to accord official recognition to this magnificent document and its memorable anniversary, and to the patriotic celebration which will commemorate the occasion, and whereas Public Law 915 guarantees the issue of a proclamation each year by the President of the United States of America designating September 17th through 23rd as Constitution Week. Now therefore, I, Leanne Geyer, by virtue of the authority vested in me as the Mayor of the City of Pacific, Washington, do hereby proclaim the week of September 17th through 23rd as Constitution Week, and ask our citizens to reaffirm the ideas of the farmers of the Constitution had in 1787 by vigilantly protecting the freedoms guaranteed to us through the guardian of our liberties, remembering that those lost rights may never be regained. And I was going to present this to Kate Hull tonight, who had brought this to our attention. I will set this aside and present it to her then. Thank you very much. Next item on the agenda is audience comment. I have about 4 sheets up here. The first one is Christina. Hi. I'm sorry, I wasn't sure how to pronounce your last name, so.
Hello. Good evening, Honorable Mayor Geyer and fellow city councilmen. My name is Christina Enriquez, and I am a public health nurse, which is a PHN, who works as a registered nurse in the community. I'm a member of Communities for Public Health, my shirt, which is a coalition of concerned King County residents that organized after we were notified as to the closures of public health, which is now Auburn, Muckleshoot, and Enumclaw. I attended this morning's presentation by Dow Constantine stating that it was the final deal, and so he was signing it off now for the county council for approval by mid to late November. So the Communities for Public Health are members of nurses. I've been a nurse in this community for the last 29 years. I work in the MSS and the WIC clinics. MSS is Maternity Support Services. WIC is for Women, Infant, and Children. My cohort, Angie Geyer, had made a presentation 2 weeks ago, and I had presented last week Amy, your city clerk, with additional information. So I'm here mostly to clarify any questions that anybody may have, but reorganize so that we could stop the closure of public health in this community. I personally cannot see women and children, infants and toddlers go hungry because they no longer have a WIC clinic. Of course, you'll hear about the public health making comments about we're working with community partners. That is true. But our community partners cannot take and absorb the clientele that we serve in this community. Last year alone, we served over 10,654 clients, and for each one of those clients, children or women, they come from a family, and we assist the entire family with any support services they have. So, therefore, I love my job. I wouldn't be working here for 29 years if I didn't like what I did. But as I had presented to the City Council of Auburn for 3 times, I have also, it's been very clear to me that people don't quite understand what the WIC program is, what public health is here in the Auburn district. And what we do is that we have clinic-based as well as home-based services that we provide in the community that extends from the city of Auburn up to the West Hill, down to Pacific Algona, all the way to Maple Valley and that surrounding area. Therefore, we've been making many reports to the City Council. So tonight, we are presenting for the second time at the Enumclaw City Council and the Maple Valley City Council. We have a resolution that was signed by Mayor Baca, who was there at the county council this morning with all of her staff, and all the council members were present, which was very refreshing, as well as Jim Farrell, who was the most recent public health office that was saved by public health and the community members. What my asks are is that you join Communities for Public Health and speak out against the closure of public health services in your community. Formula, my fear is that women will no longer breastfeed, which will result in formula feeding infants, which result in cans of formula that range from $20 to $68, depending upon how fragile this baby is. The community will get sicker in that we are right now seeing babies that are discharged that are underweight and premature and very sick, and we're following them in the homes and directly communicating with the University of Washington as well as all other community support services. So I asked for the resolution, as my cohort did earlier, that this be expeditious in coming, and that we need to be able to prove and show the county council now, since Del Constantine signed off and referred to them this morning, and have that resolution in writing that Pacific is going to step up and try to maintain services as we have enjoyed for the last, 50, 60 years?
Okay. Thank you very much. And I believe this was referred to the Human Services Committee, and they are meeting the 1st of October, or is it the 30th? I'm sorry, it's the 2nd.
I'd like to present this, and that these are the notices for the future meetings that will be held. The next one will be at the RJC on October 23rd at 6:30.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
So I'll ask the city clerk to make copies of that and put it in all of council's boxes. Thank you. Okay, next up is Jim Conley.
Good evening, folks. I live on 207 Second Clay, southeast here in town. And we got a bunch of people coming down our street from anywhere from 9 to 3 o'clock in the morning, racing, drinking, and all that. And we would like something done about it. We have asked them to stop it, to slow down. We have kids, dogs, and all that. They don't listen to us. We have stood out there at night. I stay awake sometimes at night to get them to slow themselves down. They don't. do it. I have talked to the officers, they said, yeah, we'll patrol the area. They don't even show up there. And I would like something done about it.
Okay, thank you. And we'll refer this to the Public Safety Committee, and they're going to be setting that meeting here tonight, so before they leave this evening. So this will get referred to the Public Safety
Okay,
Committee.
thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Next up is Dennis Frazier.
Good evening, Your Honor, council members. I'm Jim's roommate, and I'm voicing my opinion as well on the traffic that comes down Second Avenue, Second Place from 9 to 3 in the morning. They, like Jim states, they come racing through there. I have literally stepped out in front of them while they are racing down and stopping them and telling them to slow down. Scares the, excuse my French, shit out of them, but they do stop, and after I tell them they do slow down, but it's not until something is said or done that they do.
Okay, thank you, sir. Again, this will be referred to the Public Safety Committee. Same matter. Next up, we have Lloyd Brewster.
Hello. I know most of you guys. I guess you've got a team down pretty good up here. Looks like the mayor has everything under control. You guys aren't dodging cabbages or tomatoes or anything. It's just a button. He must be able to get back to his honeydews. I see him working out there about 16 hours a day. Apparently you guys got a lid on it to the new people. I don't know if you realize what you got yourself into or not, but there's a lot of people like me out there that appreciate that you're doing it. Somebody has to do it. But what I came down here for was just to talk about public safety. I know that these gentlemen, not to put their problem at the bottom end of the scale, but you know how many city councils in King County would love to only have a complaint about speeders? And I'm sure there's something going to be done about their problem. I'm sure it'll be taken care of. But that right there tells you what kind of safety program we have around here. And most of these city councils have to sit here and listen to murders, robberies, stabbings, drug raids, all this stuff, all the way around it. If you pick up the paper and you read it, watch the news, anybody, I mean, that has to live in a shell, not to understand how nice it is in this town. Public safety in this town is absolutely terrific, and the biggest thing, if you talk to people, the biggest thing they expect from a city is safety. Public safety is their number one thing. Just like these gentlemen are talking about the speeders. But what a relief that is, not to have any major sniveling going on around here about, murders and whatnot. You try to give credit to the guys on the street, they give all the credit to Mr. Calkins. You try to give all the credit to Mr. Calkins, I say, good job, he gives all the credit to Mr. Massey. You say, boy, you guys are doing a good job to Mr. Massey, he says, John's responsible. So they're a very unselfish department. I mean, you see Mr. Massey out here with children all the time. I mean, he's climbing trees to get cats, I mean, it's just terrific, and I hope the people in this town realize how nice it is. I lived here for years and years and years, so Mr. Dodge, I don't think he sleeps with the lights on or has any Great Danes tied to the front door. Around here, you can get by just either by putting a big pair of boots about like this on the front step or some paint cans or something. Nobody's going to bother you. It's nice here. And I just want to let the council know that because of the nice lady here and the stuff that she's done with the videos and the things, people out there know what's going on there. People see it. And so, since none of the people in the department will take any kind of credit for what a good department they have, I'm going to have to give the credit to you folks, I guess, because it's just great in this town. And like I said, I've lived here since 1960-something. I don't want to admit that. But I wouldn't live anywhere else in King County or even East Church, as far as the town goes, as far as feeling safe. That's the way I feel about it. And I know there's a number of citizens out there that echo that. So I'm not here to cause any trouble, anything like that. Good luck, folks.
Thank you, Mr. Esther. And it's a team effort, it takes all of us working together to make it happen. So, is there anyone else who would like to speak this evening? Come on up, Mr. Shaw.
Mark Dodd. And I know you've already referred the request regarding the WIC clinics and things to the committee, and that's great. I also come to you as the director of the Auburn Pantry, where we're serving anywhere from 100 to 120 families every week. And the folks we serve share stories about what a difference those folks make in their lives. The WIC program and the child maternal health program and those programs that we could not meet those needs. And I know you've referred it to committee, and I know that's coming, but I also know the critical loss. And I'm interested that loss impacts this corner of the county so significantly. To take out Auburn, Muckleshoot, Enumclaw, this whole corner of the county, I think your voice needs to be raised quickly and strongly in support of what they're saying and in support of those families who are in incredible need. So, thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Is there anyone else that has any comment this evening? Seeing no further comment, we'll move on to the agenda.